It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in Week 1.
The run inside. It's Alexander. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got the quick pass. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming. See it, take advantage of it, get the...
Snags it, and there's running room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Commodores moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this team right now has got to be in some shell shock, right? I mean, you can't start any worse. Your defense allows a touchdown on the opening drive, and on your offensive first play, you throw a pick. You just got to take a deep breath right now. Everything is a tidal wave that you're trying to fight.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does, and I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
That's caught by Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Back to throw, it's Hammond. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snagged out of the air. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Nice execution by the offense. Third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Caught by Williams on the left. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. Caught. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. Run in the red zone. It's Dickey. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap in the shotgun. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. On the ground, it's Alexander. Gives him a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line them, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got it in the middle, it's Young. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
To the air, it's Carter. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate. The ball got swatted away incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Simmons. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Vandy. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Eakin. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's a 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Carter. Escapes the pressure to his right. The sure hands, it's Spence. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Corner's going to give them room. He's got the back in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Carter. He wants it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Clemson Tigers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Carter. Still on his feet at the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And how do you lose sight of the big fella? I mean, the defense, where were they? They were nowhere around. He comes scot-free. Nice job by the quarterback recognizing it, getting the football, and he does the rest and makes the big play down the field.
Running inside. It's Dickey. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. He might want another play. From the red zone, looking for a space. On target. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Hammond. Punts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Touchdown, Red Raider! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Hauls it in with one hand.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy flying around.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Trying to take it back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The momentum has been taken away. The 21-point lead is gone. And now in a tie game, let's see what they've got.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time. Now, we've got a close game, but all of the momentum is square.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position. Finding some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Hammond. Good timing on the quick out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The run inside. It's Dickey. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Spence. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football. Almost had the big play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To throw, it's Carter. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision as 1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Takes his shot. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. He's stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They'll make the stop, but he gets enough to keep the drive moving on fourth down. A crucial conversion for this offense.
And I tell you what, it makes it really hard defensively when you have to play 4 downs every time. Like, your goal is to get the 4th down so you can get off the field. When they go for it on 4th down and having so much success, now the play count's starting to roll up there. It's so hard to stop offenses that continue to go for it on 4th down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Carter. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking for room, it's Alexander. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And this to lock things up late. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Joyner. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so
GG, bro.
It's got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.